Experiencing your greatest turmoil is a sign to heed your calling. Listen to that again. Experiencing your greatest turmoil is a sign to heed your calling. Let me tell you a story about a man called Jonah. Jonah, who was a prophet, received a direct command from God to go to the city of Nineveh and warn its inhabitants of their impending destruction due to their wickedness. Man, those guys were into all kinds of stuff. However, rather than heeding this divine calling, Jonah chose to flee in the opposite direction. So he boarded a ship heading for Tarshish. Now, this act of disobedience or foolishness can be seen as a form of procrastination. Instead of taking immediate action to fulfill his calling, Jonah delayed, allowing fear and perhaps feelings of inadequacy to dictate his choices. Anyway, his decision to ignore God's command led to a series of events. The ship Jonah was in encountered a violent storm. It was so violent that the crew somehow figured that Jonah was responsible for the storm. They were like,
Is this guy, man, that is making this ship shake?
Jonah admitted that he was to blame and said that throwing him overboard will calm the storm. He was like,
He done me. I no go lie for you. Not because of me.
So they threw him overboard and the storm calmed. Problem is, Jonah was immediately swallowed by a whale and spent 3 days in its belly. Talk about frying pan to fire. While stewing in the fish's belly, Jonah had the opportunity to reflect on his actions. It was only after praying from within the fish that he resolved to heed God's call. Ogbeni, go and do like I've instructed you and stop wasting my time. When he was finally vomited onto dry land, Jonah reluctantly went to Nineveh and delivered God's message, leading the people to repent and ultimately saving the city from destruction. The end, Abby? Nah.
What? What?
This story serves as a reminder of the dangers of not heeding one's calling. Procrastination can lead to unforeseen consequences, not just for the person avoiding action, but also for those who might be affected by their inaction. People have told you what you're good at. God has showed you what you're good at, but you've refused. Why? 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 Just like Jonah refused, God might take it all away till you eventually do it, or till you have sense. Jonah eventually did it, so heed your calling. If you've learned nothing about this story, at least remember this. Jonah asked to be thrown overboard because he kind of knew and trusted that God will save him. The crew, even though they were pagans, also trusted that if they threw Jonah overboard, the storm would somehow settle. So Jonah trusted, the crew trusted. Trust. Trust yourself, trust God, heed your calling. You don't understand, Abby? No problem.